The 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent is a fascinating story of keen observation and numismatic knowledge. It wasn't until 2016 that the first specimen was discovered by collector and coin dealer Paul Malone. His discovery caused a stir in the numismatic community, as it was previously believed that all 1980 small date cents were struck in zinc. The coin was authenticated by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), one of the leading third-party grading services. This discovery confirmed the existence of a transitional error, making the 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln cents ever minted. Identification. Identifying a 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent involves examining several key features. Mint mark. Look for the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Date. Ensure the date has the small date characteristics. The small date has a more delicate and thinner appearance, especially the 2. Weight. The most definitive test is the coin's weight. Bronze cents weigh approximately 3.11 grams, whereas zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. A precise digital scale is essential for this test. Sound test. Bronze and zinc cents have different sounds when dropped. Bronze cents produce a higher pitched ring compared to the dull thud of zinc cents. However, this method is less reliable than weighing the coin. Market value and rarity. The 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent is incredibly rare. To date, only a few specimens have been authenticated, making it one of the scarcest modern Lincoln cents. The rarity and historical significance of this transitional error have driven its market value to substantial heights. In terms of market value, these coins have fetched impressive prices at auction. For instance, in August 2017, one specimen graded MS62 Brown by professional coin grading service PCGS sold for $18,800 at a heritage auction sale. The value of these coins is expected to increase as more collectors seek to add this rare piece to their collections. The transition to zinc cents. To understand the full significance of the 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent, it's essential to consider the broader context of the transition from bronze to zinc cents. The decision to change the composition of the cent was driven by economic factors. The cost of copper had been rising, making the production of bronze cents increasingly expensive. In 1982, the mint produced cents in both compositions as part of a phased transition. The switch to zinc was intended to save costs, as zinc was significantly cheaper than copper. The new composition consists of a core of 97.5% zinc, with a thin plating of 2.5% copper. This change reduced the weight of the cent from 3.11 grams to 2.5 grams. During this transitional year, the mint produced a variety of cents, including large and small date versions in both compositions. This variety has made 1982 cents particularly interesting to collectors, as they must carefully examine each coin to determine its specific characteristics. Other notable transitional errors. The 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent is not the only notable transitional error in U.S. coinage history. Transitional errors occur when a coin is struck using an incorrect planchet or composition during a changeover period. Other famous examples include 1943 copper cents. During World War II, the U.S. Mint switched to zinc-coated steel cents to save copper for the war effort. However, a few 1943 cents were struck on leftover copper planchets, creating one of the most famous and valuable errors in U.S. coinage. 1944 steel cents. After reverting to bronze cents in 1944, a few steel planchets from 1943 were accidentally used, resulting in another rare and valuable error. 1965 silver quarters. When the mint transitioned from silver to clad composition quarters in 1965, a few silver planchets were mistakenly used, creating a rare transitional error. These errors are highly prized by collectors due to their rarity and the fascinating stories behind their creation. Collecting Lincoln cents. Collecting Lincoln cents is a popular and rewarding pursuit for many numismatists. The series offers a wide range of coins, from the early wheat cents to the modern shield cents, with many varieties and errors to discover. The 1980 small date bronze Lincoln cent is a prime example of the excitement that comes with collecting this series. Collectors often focus on different aspects of the Lincoln cent series, such as date and mint mark sets, assembling a complete set of Lincoln cents from each year and mint mark. Varieties and errors, seeking out rare varieties and errors, such as double dyes, repunched mint marks, and transitional errors. High-grade specimens, collecting coins in the highest possible grades, often certified by third-party grading services like NGC and PCGS. The discovery of transitional errors like the 198-D small date bronze Lincoln cent adds an extra layer of intrigue and challenge to collecting Lincoln cents. These coins remind collectors of the importance of careful examination and the potential for hidden treasures within their collections. Conclusion: the 198-D small date bronze Lincoln cent transitional error is a remarkable coin that holds a special place in the annals of American numismatics. Its rarity, historical significance, and the story of its discovery make it a highly desirable piece for collectors. As with any rare coin, proper identification and authentication are crucial, and collectors should seek the expertise of reputable grading services. The transition from bronze to zinc cents in 1982 was a significant moment in the history of the Lincoln cent, and the discovery of this transitional error highlights the complexities and challenges faced by the U.S. Mint during that period. For collectors, the 1982-D small date bronze Lincoln cent represents not just a valuable addition to their collection, but a tangible piece of numismatic history that tells the story of a pivotal change in American coinage. In the early 1980s, the United States Mint faced rising production costs due to the increasing price of copper. The Lincoln cent, which had been composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc since 1962, was becoming too expensive to produce. To address this issue, the Mint decided to change the composition of the cent to a copper-plated zinc core with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change was implemented in 1982, making it a transitional year where both copper and zinc cents were produced. The 198-D small date bronze Lincoln cent, the 1982-D small date bronze Lincoln cent, is a product of this transitional period. The D Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The small date refers to a variation in the date's font size and style on the coin's obverse. In 1982, the Mint produced both large and small date varieties, adding another layer of complexity to the year's coinage. Most 198-D Lincoln cents were struck in the new copper-plated zinc composition. However, a small number of these coins were mistakenly struck using the old bronze 95% copper planchets. This error occurred during the transitional phase when the Mint was switching from bronze to zinc planchets. The resulting coins are known as transitional errors, and they are highly prized by collectors due to their rarity and historical significance. Identification and characteristics. Identifying a 1982-D small date bronze Lincoln cent involves several steps. First, the date on the coin must be examined to determine whether it is the small date variety. The small date features a thinner and less pronounced font compared to the large date. Key characteristics include a delicate 2 in 1982 that curves smoothly and does not appear as thick as its large date counterpart. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint made a significant change to the composition of the Lincoln cent. From 1909 to 1982, the cent was primarily made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the Mint decided to switch to a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This change was implemented during 1982, resulting in both copper and zinc cents being minted that year. Characteristics of the 198-D small date bronze Lincoln cent. The 1982-D small date bronze Lincoln cent is unique for several reasons. First, it was minted in Denver, indicated by the D Mint mark. Second, it has the small date variety, which is one of two different date styles used that year, the other being the large date variety. The small date features a thinner, more delicate appearance of the numbers in the date, particularly noticeable in the shape of the 2. The most distinctive characteristic of this coin is its composition. While the majority of the 1982 cents minted in Denver were made of the new zinc composition, a few were struck using the older bronze alloy. This mix-up resulted in the creation of the transitional error, where the coin has the incorrect composition for its date and mint mark combination.